All right, guys, here we are. This is going to be the 2021 Indian Chieftain. This is going to be the bagger. We have 19-inch front wheels. We have dual disc, 4-piston calipers. We have a 4.7 inches of travel in the front. As we make our way to the back, we have a 16-inch rear tire. It's going to be a single disc. This is going to have 4.5 inches of travel, and this is going to be single shock that is going to be adjusted with air. The weight is going to come in at 823 pounds. That's when you have all the fluids in it. This is going to be a Thunderstroke 116 air cool. It's going to have 126 foot-pound of torque. If you get the one with the 111, that's going to have 119. So here you can see it's going to be 116 right here, so you can see beautiful detail when it comes to the details of the motorcycle. You're going to see here the Indian Chief engraved. You're going to see again the Chief engraved over here into the frame of the motorcycle. As we walk around, this is going to be completely all LED. The engine is going to be mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, and that's going to be go to the rear wheel via belt. The Indian Chieftain is gonna start at $21,999, and it's gonna go up all the way up to $34,999. Here we are. This is the 2021 Indian Chieftain. Just like the Indian Challenger, the heads-up display is going to be pretty much the same. There's not going to be any changes. You're going to get your tachometer. I'm sorry. You're going to get your speedometer, your tachometer. You're going to get your range. You're going to get your gear indicator. It's also going to give you how many miles your motorcycle has, and then you have the heads-up display. The heads-up display from Indian is very intuitive. One thing that I like about it is that if you do the Indian Ride Command, they give you that for 1 year when you buy the motorcycle new, and it gives you the ability to basically have like your own board, like GPS. You don't have to worry about using your own phone or anything like that. You're able to just go ahead and do the Ride Command and have everything at the tip of your fingers. Weather, distance, everything that you could think of is going to be right there. So So just like your Indian Challenger, you have the ability to go ahead and raise and lower your windshield. So let's go ahead and raise it. I'm sure that has to be probably broken because it should go a lot higher than that. Or it might just be that's just as high as it goes, which I'm thinking that's as high as it goes. But if you ask me, I think it should go a little bit higher, but hey, you don't really get any type of protection with the windshield right there. This is going to be the 116. The 116 is going to come with over 120 foot-pound of torque, as I mentioned earlier. You're going to have all the goodies that you would on this type of bike. You're going to have the Indian Ride Command. You're going to have the Apple CarPlay. You're gonna have the heads-up display again, like I've mentioned earlier in my other videos. You have the ability to either switch your control from there to go to the screens, or you could just go ahead and do it with your finger. So as you can see, this is going to be a touch screen. Again, I cannot say enough about these rubber gloves with the touch screen. I've been using them now for about 4 or 5 months. Excellent gloves when it comes to handling anything that has to do with touchscreen. But again, so you're able to get basically a lot of information about the motorcycle is going to be right here. So you have the ability to restart this every time that you're going to go ahead and go for a ride. So it tells you how long you've been riding, how many miles you've put in, what's your moving time, your elevation. It's even going to give you the PSI for your front and rear tires, how many volts. here is the Indian right command. Again, it tells you what direction you're going, it tells you how fast you're going, just like if you would up here. If you see, it's going to tell you the outside temperature, it's going to give you the time. And if you want more in-depth information, you could also go ahead and scroll to the other screen like I just did, and you're going to see that it's giving me the total miles, it's giving me the voltage right now of the battery, it's giving me the oil temperature. You got to remember that he's going to be an oil cooled bike, so you definitely want to make sure that you keep an eye on that. It tells you, and it also tells you, always be careful going around corners, because that sound could have definitely dropped me right there. And it's telling me my actual MPG as we're going, and if you want, you could go ahead and I believe you probably have to be stopped. Oh, not right there. We went ahead and reset it. So and you could go ahead and it gives you your actual MPG as you're going. So a lot of information that you get from this infotainment over here. You're also going to have your speakers over here. You also have the ability to go ahead and turn the cruise control on. So I just want to turn it on to show you guys. So you press down, you're going to see it over here. And let's go ahead and engage it, so just like your regular car. There we are. So you're going to see, if you see the green arrow on your little kind of speedometer, that means that it's engaged. And I just went ahead and press the brakes to go ahead and disengage. So you can either press the brakes or clutch, and it's going to go ahead and disengage for you. So one thing that you'll notice from the Chieftain versus the Challenger is going to be that it's going to be air cooled. By being air cooled, you get that notorious V-twin rumble and very slight vibrations. You don't really feel that much vibration coming up from the chassis up to the handlebars. Very light vibrations as you ride, even when you're going at low speeds, and even when you're getting into the RPM range, you don't feel that much vibration going on. One great feature that Indian is now implementing on all their air-cooled motorcycles is the fact, and not just not air-cooled, all their motorcycles across the board, air-cooled and water-cooled, is the fact that it has rear cylinder engine deactivation. What that does is you have the ability to turn it on manually, or just have it go ahead and just set it up automatic. What it does is, once the temperature is at operating speed, what the engine does is, if you come to a stop, and I'll show you guys here, I don't think it will be able to turn off, but what it'll do is, at this point, you can have the throttle going at any tap. Throttle has to be completely off, and by off I mean you're not accelerating or doing anything. The rear cylinder over here, which as you can see is going to be right near my legs, is going to be off, meaning a lot of heat transfer from the engine to you as the rider. So that's one great feature that I like about the Indian Chieftain. Let's go ahead and find a little area so we can park, and I could just give you guys a quick walk around and just show you a little bit more about the bike. I have to admit, Indian is killing the game when it comes to their color selection. This beautiful kind of flat red paint, it looks incredible. That made it to that you have everything blacked out. You know, your mirrors, your engine casing, your exhaust, everything is blacked out. It gives the motorcycle that more, at least for me, it feels like it's a more high-end motorcycle. I mean, I know there's people that love chrome. I love chrome to an extent, but I've never been one of those guys that loves to have chrome, you know, on every single, you know, bit and nut of the motorcycle. So we're getting in here, we're getting back here. I just want to give you guys a quick walk around, you know, around the motorcycle, just so I can show it to you guys. One thing that I have noticed from the Chieftain is, yeah, sure, you only have about 5 to 4 inch, you know, a little bit over 5 inches up front, a little bit over 4 inches in the back of travel suspension. However, the suspension on the Chieftain has been dialed in to the point that you don't really feel, the road doesn't feel, you know, that bumpy as you would on your Scout. But then again, the Scout is an entry-level motorcycle, so you know, it's a different market, different motorcycle for different type of rider. So another cool feature is, you have over here the ability, if you use any type of riding gear, like riding gear, you can connect it there. You also are able to go ahead and with that connection, is an SAE connector. You have the ability to you have the ability to connect even like a like a car charger and charge your phone that way. So let me just give you guys a quick walk around the motorcycle so you see. So here's the rear bag. Just like your Challenger, it's going to have the same space, meaning I don't really see a lot of storage, but then again, these motorcycles are not really big for storage or anything like that. This is just basically a beautiful bike, very nice looking. As you can see, this is going to be a bagger. You're going to have your lines flowing beautifully. You're going to see as your seat keeps going down, your tank, everything beautiful, just kind of just flows together. So beautiful bike. This is going to be air cooled. This is the 116. They have the 116 and the 111. So incredible bike, guys. So what do I like about it? I'll tell you one thing I don't like before I tell you. I'll tell you one thing I don't like about the motorcycle before I tell you what I like. I don't like that at low speeds, if you're not on the throttle, the motorcycle feels like it wants to stall. I didn't notice that on the Challenger. However, I did notice that on the Chieftain, and which is the motorcycle we're currently riding, and I also noticed that on the India Springster. What I like about the bike: low end torque, incredible low end torque, which is going to literally just get you moving. You're not going to have a lot of horsepower, but as you know, V-twins are not known for having tons of horsepower. It's going to be a motorcycle that's going to be known for the torque.